Okay, so I want to go over this real quick. Shannon sent this in and said that she has a customer that has this piece of art, and that she's having one problem with it in that they want this golden colored shirt, but it looks like they've got this one bar that really isn't going to show up. So you've got one of two ways that you can approach this. Okay, so um, I will do, let's see, so Brody's um, showroom. We'll just make up a business, and we will, let's see, this font is, chunk 5 will do. That'll be good enough. Something kind of heavy, and we'll just make some adjustments real quick. By the way, if you're ever trying to figure out how to get really good at your software, do this. Make this your habit. Every day for 6 months, go to a website that has shirts that are kind of a challenge. They're kind of in the right feel and vibe for what you feel like would be a stretch for you to figure out. Maybe even in a market that you're especially interested in getting into, and take one of their designs and do just like this. Paste it in, and then and then make your own version right off to the side. It could actually be, like in this case here, Golden Rays Photography. You could actually do your own version of Golden Ray Photography. I do suggest that you actually make your own version, like I'm going to do here with Brody's showroom. Reason being is because what'll happen is you will start to realize that your version is just not that great. And if you look at it long enough and say, why does their version look awesome and my version not look awesome? And it will help you so that you can figure out, hey, you know what? There's actually like this weird little image in the background that I hadn't noticed that they just put massive amounts of distress on, and it ties the whole thing together. That's what I'm doing wrong. And you'll learn different tricks and tips. You'll become very good at your software, and that sort of thing. So with that said, let's adjust this. And then what I'm going to do is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars. So we'll come down here like this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the top one, we're gonna go, I'm just gonna make a straight up duplicate of this, like that. And then I'm going to click on, grab the bottom one. Oops, go like that. Okay, and then I'm going to grab, and you'll get a handle on the different tools too. We're gonna pull this down to 4. Let's pull this down to 1, 2, 3, 4. One last. Whoops, wrong way. Okay, so. Okay, so this is my version of this. Wedding services. I'm just making stuff up, so I probably could have put a little more thought into this, but hey. That's what you get. When you're laying out designs, I strongly suggest that you never do more than 2 fonts. More than that is difficult to deal with. Okay, so anyway, so here's my design. Now, let's go grab a. Well, you know what? Okay, so if we're trying to get this so that it kind of shows up and pops on here, which was, I believe, exactly what I was asked about. what I suggest is that you come through and you grab the art, and you need to put something so that it separates, it causes a break between the yellow and the yellow, the gold and the gold. So when I do work on like black shirts and that sort of thing, a lot of the time I'll wind up with somebody that wants a piece of art that if I took their art and just printed it with white ink, it would be a photo positive or a photo negative. Yeah, photo negative, which would look like crap. I don't particularly care for that, and I'm always trying to make sure that my customers get a little better service with me. That's part of the thing that differentiates me from other people, is I'm willing to give them some options. I'm willing to spend an extra 5 minutes, and that 5 minutes gets customers confidence knowing that I've got their back and I'm looking out for them. So in this case here, right click, and now you can clearly see these bars. This is also black ink, which goes along with the text, so there's nothing to mess around with. If I was to say, take a piece of art that is, I'm trying to think of something that would be quick and easy to handle. I'm coming up blank right now. But what I regularly do is I just recently did something for the garbage company in town. They had a design with this here with a garbage truck, right? Well, the raccoon was the real thing. Okay, so the raccoon has all of these black spots that, if it didn't have the gray outline, would be a real problem. Okay, so I'm going to take this and we're going to let me make sure, am I still capturing the screen? Good. Okay, so we'll take this, we'll put this at the end. Okay, now the whiskers did not get the black, and you know what, I'm actually going to go so far as to grab this. Okay, so when it printed, it actually looked just like this. Okay, except like these little lines, we couldn't hold these even if we wanted to, so that's not a thing. But with this, let's see, so let me grab the gray out of here. Let's see, so that's my black. There's one of my grays. Lovely. Okay, so right on. This right here. So the art actually looked like this, which I think looks crappy because it's very difficult to see the edge of the animal here, right? So so I used an outline to help get separation between the raccoon and the background, the apparel. I also used the outline to give me a little bit of space between the pile of garbage and the raccoon. So with that, creating a little bit of boundary will go a long way. I would also be inclined to, for the customer, they may love a gold colored shirt. Just for discussion's sake, I'm going to pull up a PC54, and so let's take a look at this shirt here. Okay, this is the gold colored shirt, but if we are also giving them a handful of other options, what would it look like if we did one of these other yellows? Could they get the same kind of a vibe, but their art actually shows upright and doesn't require an outline? Because adding that outline is a modification of their art. Generally speaking, I don't like to modify people's art. It's their logo, and so that's my least favorite play on something like that. And I grabbed their art anyway. I meant to grab my new art. Anyway, so point being is that you can give them several options, and grabbing right click on the all I'm doing is selecting a shirt, right click, copy image, and then I come in here and I control V, hold shift, drag them over. I like to keep them all lined up, and then just drag this out over here. And so for me, the thing that I like to do is make sure that I am not just executing on what they're asking to do, but I'm behaving as their expert advisor and letting them know some other options that they have that they may not realize. A really great salesman is one that can answer with a clean conscience, that if my customer knew all of the options that I had available to me, would they still go with this option? If I am withholding from them some information and some options, within reason, okay? Don't be a goober. If I'm giving them what I feel is a good use of their time and my time with supplying them options, then I'm doing something good and I'm being helpful. And that's what sales is. I'm just being helpful, just showing you your options, and offering the upsell and making sure that you're aware. Hey, you know what? For an extra 75 cents, you can get a much nicer shirt than this if you're interested, and have that in your showroom. Okay, so now I'm talking about way too many topics all at the same time. I love sales. I love helping people out, and I am super happy that I know that this is going to give you some value. And if I can help you not be stuck, that's a great day for me. Okay, I will catch up with you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.